Okay, my dear students, welcome. Actually, I have to solve some important questions that were there in question number paper 2 real numbers. See, one of the very important questions is that actually when they had asked you to prove question number 2, I am talking about question number 2 and then again sub question 2. Prove, they are asking us to prove root 3 plus root 2 is irrational number. So definitely, my dear students, we will be doing the same thing. Let us solution. Let us assume that root 3 plus root 2 is a rational number. Hence, root 3 plus root 2 can be written as what form? See, my dear student, root 3 plus root 2 is equal to a upon b, where a and b are co-prime numbers. See, my dear students, you have to understand each and everything. See, it will take some time for you all to absorb certain thoughts and certain way of thinking, but keep on digging over there. Co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers means they don't have any common factor among them. They don't have any common factor among them. Like actually it can be 3 and 5. See, there is no number which can divide 3 and 5 both. They don't have any common factor among them. Okay, and of course they are integers. This is required. Fine. Actually they are integers is more than sufficient over here. Co-prime numbers is still adjusted because that is more important when we have to prove root 2 is equal to is a rational number, irrational number and all. So here we are coming up to here, and now when we have to get rid of this radical, how much ever possible we have to get rid of this radical. So what we do is that we take square of both sides. So taking square of both sides. So what I will do is root 3 plus root 2 is the left hand side, a upon b is right hand side. So I will take the square of left hand side and take the square of right hand side. See, try to understand the seriousness and the precision level that you have to achieve. What is the thought? Left hand side, the whole left hand side square and whole right hand side square. And then I will be applying here the identity a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here I will get a square means root 3 square plus 2 into a into b means 2 will come from outside by formula root 3 into root 2 plus b square means root 2 square. This will give me a square upon b square. Fine. So now what I get over here, root 3 square will become 3 plus 2 root 6 plus root 2 square will become 2 plus is equal to, I am very sorry, is equal to, this actually should not happen, my dear students. Actually, I am in hurry. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2 root 6, cool down. Speed, reduce the speed. Now I have to, now when you are actually shifting and rearranging things, you have to be very careful. What you are shifting, where you are shifting, and then who is being shifted. The term, when it is getting shifted, that term will have the change in change in sign. The terms who are not shifting from their sides will not undergo any change in their sign. So here if I see, I want to make root 6 alone. At present, is there any term with this term? Yes, 5 is there. So I will be shifting 5 on the other side. This I am doing because 2 root 6 is positive already. If 2 root 6 would have been negative, then I would have shifted this on the other side. But because this is positive, I'll keep this. And now because, now this I'll keep it as it is. 2 root 6, and this also is not going to change its side. Now 5 is going to change its side, so therefore it will become minus 5. And now 2 root 6 is the only term. Now who is there with root 6? The coefficient 2 is there with the root 6. So now 2 will be shifted on the other side. Before that, I will have to now solve this, because I will otherwise, actually speaking, this shifting is possible only when there is numerator upon denominator over here. Here I have got numerator upon denominator, means 2 root 6 upon 1. But here there is a binomial over here. So this will become a square into 1a square minus 5b square upon b square into 1 b square. Now it is numerator upon denominator. Now 2 can shift over there, and I will get root 6 is equal to, now when coefficient shifts, at that time coefficient will change its operation. It is multiplying over here, it will go and divide over there. No change in the sign. This is what you will get. Now see, my dear students, now you have to bring it to notice. So on the right hand side you have got a, which is an integer, 5 is an integer, b is an integer, 2 is an integer, and b also is an integer. So because they all are integers, there is no irrational number involved over here. They are all rational numbers. They are all integers. That's why this expression as a whole will be a rational number. Okay, so you will tell over here, where is that? Since a, b, 5, anything else? 2 and 2 are integers. They are basically integers. Therefore, this a square minus 5b square upon 2b square sorry my dear students, just a minute, this wire is, therefore a square minus 5b square upon 2b square is a rational number. Fine. Therefore root 6 is also a rational number. Fine, because root 6 is equal to this. If this is a rational number, then root 6 also has to be a rational number. But we know root 6 is an irrational number. This contradiction arises because of our wrong assumption that, what is that? Our assumption was root 3 plus root 2 is a rational number. That root 3 plus root 2 is a rational. Therefore, root 3 plus root 2 is an okay, my dear student, this way we have to present it, and try to understand that you have to be very clear in thoughts and a very clear in presentation. If you have strong presentation, only then you can expect full marks in your solution. Wrong presentation can give wrong ideas and wrong meaning, and the moment the meaning changes, the examiner has got full authority to give it full wrong, complete wrong. So and it is not very difficult, my dear student. Practice within 1 or 2 months, 3-4 papers you solve really very sincerely with the precision level high, and try to understand how I am solving and how the way I am presenting, you will definitely achieve that precision level. Okay, my dear students, so this is one question. Thank you. We'll go to the next question.